All right, so example 9. This is our last day of chapter 8 too, by the way. It says, what's the cost of fencing a rectangular playground measuring 45 yards plus by 58 yards at a cost of $16 per foot? So we have a rectangular playground. We'll start by drawing a rectangle representing the playground. It's 45 yards by 58 yards. Notice they don't have matching units here. So they measuring yards, and it says cost per foot. That's the first thing I noticed. So the fact that the cost per foot as opposed to cost per yard makes sense that I would want to change my dimensions to yards from yards to feet. So if I look at my units, I've got 45 yards. What's the relationship between yards and feet?
1 yard equals 3 feet.
1 yard equals 3 feet, 3 feet equals 1 yard, right? So if I got a unit of yards currently living in the numerator, I'm going to put 1 yard on the bottom for cancellation purposes and 3 feet in the numerator. Yards cancels yards, so I end up with 135 feet. Would be the length of this side. So 45 yards is what it is, but 135 feet is better because it has a proper unit to match the unit of cost. Same process for 58. So if this said 58 instead of 45, it's the same idea. It's yards, 3 feet over 1 yard. So 58 times 3 is 174. So that's the first thing I would do. Again, just seeing that mismatch in the dimensions, I would probably change my dimensions to the unit that the cost is being established in. $16 per foot, so I want to know how many feet of fencing there is. So what I'm trying to find here for the fencing? The perimeter of the fencing, right? So the perimeter of the fencing is the sum of the 4 sides. Since it is a rectangular playground, this side matches this side, and this side matches this side. So I'm simply going to add up 135 twice and 174 twice. 270 plus 348. 618 feet. Okay, so the playground has a perimeter of 618 feet. The cost of fencing is $16 per foot. So if I take my 618 feet of fencing, and 1 foot of fencing costs $16. Foot on top cancels foot on bottom. 618 times 16 comes out to whatever the answer is.
9,888.
It's almost $10,000 to fence in this playground. Okay. Main idea of the problem, though, is understanding what we need to figure out based on the fact it says per foot. Foot is just a unit. It's not a unit squared, so it's not area. It's not a unit cubed, so it's not volume. So understanding because it says per foot, we're looking for a perimeter. And again, since the yards is the unit in the problem, we prefer to have a unit of feet to get those dimensions matching.